What's up guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the brand new Milwaukee M18 dual power floodlight. This is product number 2366-20 and this is Milwaukee's new iteration of the old M18 dual power floodlight. So to start off, we'll kind of talk about the differences. I don't have the old unit, so I can't exactly show you, but I can kind of tell you what's the difference. A little bit different kind of frame design. It's very similar, but it's a little bit more compact. The old one was a little bit wider and a little bit taller. This one is a little bit smaller. It also features a smooth swivel of the head unit. The old one actually had like clicking and a bunch of different notches. This one is smooth, though I do think it has a slightly less like angle of rotation, but it is nice and smooth, and it actually looks adjustable too on these sides here. Say if your kind of light got loose or wore out, there's actually little Torx screws on each side of this here in that little slot, which you can actually tighten it up with. So if you feel that over time it gets a little loose, you do have that ability to tighten up, which is awesome. The next new feature for this is that it has a cover over the AC outlet thing, and that's always nice, you know, kind of cleans it up, makes it look a little sleeker, and obviously keeps dust and whatnot out of there as well. So the other new biggest improvement obviously is going to be the run time and the lumens for this new unit. This new unit will actually run with a 5.0 hour battery. Will do at 4,000 lumens. Will run for 3 hours, and which is pretty awesome. It'll do 6 hours at 2,000 lumens, which is the medium setting, and the low setting will be 12 hours at 1,200 lumens, which is a lot of runtime for just a 5.0 hour battery. It's pretty nice. The hanging solutions on this are, it has a little nail hook right here that you could, you know, hang it up on a wall, and I'll show you an example of that here in some clips in a little bit. You hang it up on a wall and it kind of sits like this with the feet against the wall. You can see all the angle matches up for all that stuff. It also has little screw hooks on the bottom here that allows you to hang that kind of, if you were to go up to a wall, you could hang it like this, and then you would have the ability to adjust your light kind of like so. And then that's kind of it. You have a nice huge wide handle here, which I quite like, because I notice when I'm working outside and doing stuff like that, and I'm wearing, you know, it's wintertime right now, so wearing a big thick pair of gloves, you got plenty of room to get in here and grab it. Now I got small hands, so it kind of doesn't do it justice, but if you know you got larger hands plus a big pair of gloves, you have plenty of room to just walk around with it just like this, and it's perfectly fine, no issues whatsoever. It's decent, I mean, it's decently light, about as light as you expect something like this to be, but it's definitely not like underbuilt, definitely super solid and whatnot. Something I did notice that is a little bit strange is, so when you're mounting this from the wall and you have a 5.0 hour battery in there, it goes super flush, nothing touches the wall, and it fits on the grate. However, just so you can see that 5.0 hours is nice and tucked in there, if you switch to a 6.0 or a larger battery, you'll notice that it sticks out. So when you hang it up on the wall like this and you got your wall here, the battery is actually what contacts the wall, not the base of the thing. And it still sits in there pretty good and it works, but that's just a kind of something I noticed, because it's a little bit, when it's on the wall contacting the battery, it's not as secure, it's a little loose. It's still got a good grip on the hook up here, but I just noticed that it's a little bit loose and that the 5.0s fit in there a lot better. Now obviously there is plenty of room to put, you know, the larger batteries in here, and it will accept those, but it's just, I just thought that was kind of weird that the battery actually would contact the wall not the base still, but it obviously still works just fine. So what I'm going to do now is actually I'm going to cut to some clips of me using the light while I'm working. That way you guys can get a good understanding of the different light settings and whatnot in a few different environments. So this is what the light looks like in a large outdoor area on the high, medium, and low settings. This is the light in a basement I'm renovating, decent size, but indoor, so you can kind of see the different settings here as well. This is a small shop area. As you can see, between the three settings, you can't hardly tell a difference in small areas like this. The hay mound at our farm is a good example of the light in a large indoor area. As you can see, all three settings light it up quite well. So this is just me shining the light down a hay hole just to kind of give you guys a little perspective to see how bright the light is and see how it can be used. This is the light facing straight up at the ceiling, but look how much light it brings to the basement. So watch me turn it off. It goes back to dark. This is how the light will look once it is hung on a wall with a little screw hook in the handle. So another thing I'm going to talk about is the corded features here. Obviously, no battery in here. Take your drop cord and it pop your door open and it plugs right on in. And you hit your power button and you've got light. It doesn't charge it, which would be kind of nice to see, but obviously it's kind of a more compact unit, so it's probably hard to build it in. But it would be nice to see it actually be able to charge the battery. Another thing that I kind of would like to see, maybe I'm wrong, you correct me if you don't agree, but when you plug it in like this and you turn it on, when you unplug it, obviously it turns off, but when you plug it back in, it doesn't turn back on. And for me, if you're plugging it in, your chances are it's more of a long-term thing, you know, like obviously you need all of the brightness, the 4000, maybe 8 hours a day, all day long. And if you're doing something like that, you're probably, if you're plugging it in, you're probably running a more like permanent setup, I used to say, and you're probably mounting it, taking these screw holes, and you're probably mounting it way up high somewhere like this, and it, you know, and just to light up your whole job site, and that's why you need the power cord to keep it powered all the time. But you know, if you mount it up high, you still got to go up and click the button on and off, as opposed to just plugging in and unplugging the other end of the drop cord, which maybe I'm wrong, because, I don't know. That's just kind of my idea, is I would kind of like to see that. But I do get it, too, because if you're not using it in a situation like that, it's nice that you can just turn it on and off while it's sitting on the bench or over in the corner or something like that. But that, I feel like that would be kind of something I would maybe like to see. But obviously, let me know what you guys think, too. But still, obviously, full power when you plug it in and all that stuff and whatnot. And it does work great. Pull it out, door closes nice and tight, and it's back to its dust-proof, waterproof specs. The big reason why I was super excited about this light, and I had to get this light, and the reason why I think this light is the light everyone should buy right now, and the reason why I think it's literally one of Milwaukee's best light offerings, is because of the price to lumen lumen efficiency ratio. So this is a $150 unit here. No battery, just the tool, but it's $150. Brand new, you know, it just came out. But it has 4,000 lumens at 3 hours of runtime. You know, I was in the market for some lights, and I was looking up different lights, and I wanted to get something bright, but I also wanted to get something with runtime. You know, so I was looking at like the site lights because I wanted something real bright. The big full-size site light is $350, and it's like 4,400 lumens, I believe, either that or 42. But it's a little 4,000 lumens, but it's talking 2 hours of runtime is all at that lumen ratio, and it's super bright, but it spreads it in every direction. You know, you're not getting a focus beam, and granted, if you need a sight-style light, you need a sight-style light, but this is. And that's, like I said, $350. This is $150, and it's almost as bright, and it has better runtime. So, I mean, you could get 2 of these and still be cheaper than one of those, straight up. I mean, $150 to $350. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, that's crazy to me. And then, you know, you look at the other rocket lights and stuff like that, and there's still upwards of $200 and whatnot to deliver the same 4,000 lumens, and they still don't have the runtime. Now, the new rocket light that just came out, that's like 6,000 plus lumens and all that stuff, and it has good runtime, but it's over $300. This is a $150 light, and I can't believe they made something so powerful, so efficient, and it's the same price as the old one. I mean, the old one was like 3,000 lumens and around, I don't know if it was quite 3 hours of runtime, but this is 4,000. I mean, they gave it more lumens and more runtime. They literally did both. And, you know, I'm very impressed with Milwaukee and very impressed with this light, especially using it the last week or so. Very impressed with it. I mean, I think every single person should get one of these lights because they are that good, that bright. I mean, like I said, I am super impressed with the efficiency. I was looking at some of the M12 lights because, you know, they're a little bit better, a little bit closer priced to, like, I think they're sub 150, a little under 150. Because I wasn't looking for a huge, crazy expensive light. I was looking for just a nice little light. And the M12s, they have horrible runtime. I mean, they're not super, super bright. I think they're like 2,500 lumens or something like that. But like the tower light, and they are just, I mean, the runtime is horrible. I mean, you're talking like a 4.0 hour battery only gets you like 2 hours of runtime or something like that. And it's like, it's an M12, so I get it. But, I mean, that's still, I mean, 2 hours of runtime on high is not very good. Especially when you know, it's like, okay, you know, no big deal, run on the medium or the low setting of something like that. Well, the low setting on something that's only 2,500 is, you're talking like sub 1,000 lumens. And, you know, oh yeah, you get 6-8 hours of sub 1,000 lumens, and it's like, this thing will run for 12 hours at 1,200 lumens and 6 hours at 2,000 lumens. So this will run for the same, almost like the same runtime. This will run for 3 times the runtime at the same lumens of an M12. Yeah, the M12 tower light. And so that's why I think that this is like the best light, and that everyone should get it, because it's, I mean, I cannot believe, like I've been saying, I know I'm rambling on, but I mean, the runtime to efficiency and like to the lumens is absolutely incredible. And I'm super excited to be able to use it. That's gonna conclude my review of this light. Obviously, I highly recommend it. Because I mean, it's an awesome light. If you have any questions or anything like that, kind of let me know. If you want to see other reviews of other tools, let me know too. I'd be interested in doing stuff like that. But yeah, this is a great light, and that's kind of all I got for today. So thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.